All versions of Stonky so far have only been available in English. The next version is the first version that will be available in Czech. It's not going to be perfect in the next version, it's more a direction that I'm heading in, but I have a very simple mechanism for making this Czech version available, and you can actually help me with it if you would be willing to. So let me describe how it works. As you can see on this sheet, I have many translations of column headings and so on. Apologies if I've made mistakes. Obviously, I'm not a Czech native speaker, and the first thing you can do is help to correct my mistranslations. But the second thing you can do is to help me translate things that I haven't translated yet. So for example, just as I've said, we've got many translations here. There are other sheets where there are almost no translations. So if we look at dashboard, here only a few things are translated, but many are not. Partly that's simply because I haven't got around to it yet, such as this one here. But and here's another example. These long notes, I haven't translated them yet. But other times it's because I'm not exactly sure what would be a very good idiomatic phrase. So for example, for investment period, I could have a guess, but I don't know if it'd be a good idiomatic translation. So I'd like, with these I've missed out, for people to help me translate. And in addition to this data having translations, the menus themselves also have translations, some of which I have finished, some of which I haven't yet. And perhaps you can help me with those too. So how does this work? Well, it isn't actually hard-coded in software. It's actually driven by a sheet called _slovník. If you have this sheet imported into your spreadsheet, Stonky will use it for providing all the translations. If you don't have it, or if it has a different name, then Stonky will ignore it and revert to using English. I'm going to make, with each release, a public version of this available for you to import, and it's this public version I would like people to help me to evolve over time, where volunteers will kindly correct my mistakes or add things I've missed. And you'll see in here that occasionally I've put question marks. These are ones that I know need doing, but I haven't done yet. And if volunteers could fill some of those in, it would be great. What Stonky does is, if it detects a translation of question marks, it just ignores it and gives English. Or if there's no translation at all, if there isn't a row in here, again, it just resorts to the English that's hard-coded into the software. Yeah, is that clear? And we could change some of these. So, for example, now, let's say za krokem. Imagine I thought that should be kroki za krokem. I would change it there. And now I could refresh the menus. And here it says kroki za krokem. Yeah, I'll just change it back. So the menu related ones are refreshed every time you choose this refresh menu option from the menu. All the other ones, all the column headings and so on, they only change each time you run one of these options in Stonky to reanalyze all the data. And there's one thing yet I haven't worked out how to do a good translation of, not because of linguistic issues, but because of technical issues. It's these sheets. I might have to keep the English names of these. That's probably what I'll do on the first version anyway, while I work out an elegant way to be able to have these sheet names be in Czech instead. So very soon I'll be releasing this version, and very soon I'll be asking volunteers to help me with the translations. That's it. Thank you very much.